to another video from the People's Pond. It's a full in autumn day, winds blowing, leaves are flying, damp, rainy, miserable day. And I've spent the last 40 minutes taking out all the leaves that I can at the pond. Overnight the winds come swept in, took everything inside, so I've put the net on. I know, I hate it too, but needs must, innit? But I can see the change, that the fish are preferring to stay at the bottom just because the heater is on, so it's warmer at the bottom. I've ordered the polycarb that's going to go on the pergola. The ones on the pergola go on the pond. Yeah, so I stashed them there last year, but now I need to get that covered in order to keep it all sheltered. So the pond is 6.6 meters wide and 2.4 meters in width. That's a lot of polycarbonate. It's cost me an arm and a leg. But I have got, I found it online. It was much cheaper than anywhere else. So I've had to order, well, what's going on here is 3 meters across and 2.1 meters wide, 2 sheets. And then I've got one sheet which is 3 meters long, and it's like I think 91 centimeters wide. So that'll cover my pond because it's at an oval shape, so it doesn't have to be square, rectangle. Fish are still eating. That's what they can do at the moment. It's not that much fun. That's alright for the fish, it's not fun for us anymore. To wait a couple more days, polycarb come in and start covering it, probably at night. Now that wind's come in, all of a sudden, it's that wind chill factor that's we're trying to avoid. And at the moment, straight that wind is. At the moment, I'm still alright because mine's in ground, so it's not as bad compared to other people's. Like you have a higher pond, then the wind hits you from like all angles. It's still in ground, so I'm getting like a northern sort of wind coming in. But I think once the polycarb does go on, it will make a difference. And then the next thing to avoid is the bark, little pieces of like tree which fall into the pond, that fell in. And in the end, it never finishes going. I don't have a skimmer on here yet, so it has to be hand skimmer. Fish are all doing alright, but that's where we are now. Shame that the season ended so quickly. And the worst part of this is now I've got that leaf duty, so I'm gonna have to start spending time and picking up these leaves with like the hoover or whatnot. I'm just draining the nexus a little bit just because I'm expecting a lot of rain. So I'm trying to just get it below that edge. That's it, if it rains it doesn't flood out. And it's nearly at where I want it. Alright, let me get that sorted out. I've just come to my local koi dealer, Simply Koi. Need to get a bit of pressure pipe, a couple of fittings for the quarantine tank. And I just had to show, mind the step, had to show you what they got. Like, look at that Tancho. And these are all like 60 plus, huge, girthy fish. And apparently these are all gone, they all sold in the morning to one buyer. Look at that, look at the head on it. They're amazing, I like that Tancho, man. Still a little stress, he's saying this. And they're about 3-4 years old. They're not even old fish. But we've got some nice little babies as well. These are Tancho's end of season sale. Some really nice stocking at the moment. Tempted, isn't it? It's always tempting. Saw a little Tancho here that I like. The spot isn't as good, but they do. These look decent. Maybe there's a couple in here, nice ones. There's a Momotaro Showa, Tancho Showa. Tancho Showa? Yeah. Great Showa. Some cracking koi. I feel like the pond needs a Tancho, but then I feel like I want to redo the pond rather than buy fish. This is there. Look at the roof. I love it. Fantastic setup there. After pleasure coming here. You've got the Oase running on the back of the shower with a UV sterilizer. Very decent. There's a, let me see if I can find a fish. There's a Karachi koi in here. It's 91 centimeters. Yeah, 91 centimeters guys. The size of that. It looks like a toddler. .91 centimeters. And that I think it is on sale. That's the setup. Compact L premium Momotaro. Come to pick up some fittings. Had a problem with the flexi pipe in the morning. So I put it on pressure pipe. Really nice koi. Things you do here, literally it is chucking it down, but I've had to come out and see how the friends are doing, just give them the nighttime feed. The weather is atrocious, literally atrocious. I'm so sad the season is over and we got a bloody sunshine anymore. Disasters everywhere. Getting the shelter. Whoa. Look at that. Literally. It is game over. Had such a big issue. Pergola sheets flew off. Everything's got out of line, out of sync. I just have to make sure that I've got it all covered. Just so my electrics, everything is alright, even though it's all IP66, but you know, paranoia kicks in and it's just leaking. Why don't I have a covered filter house? Well, that's what you might call it. That's gone down, isn't it? The TDS 310. This is good. That's a plus point. But I think that's enough of the video. Let me get inside because I am drenched. Yeah. And that's a whole nother issue. Vince, who told me to move the pump in the quarantine tank, it was in the middle. I had to move it to the side. Alright, try to cut the pipe to where it should have been. Try to put it back onto the hose tail, cracked the hose tail in the UV, and so that was why I had to go to Simply Koi earlier. But now this is the morning's job. If the weather lets me quickly look at it, broke the hose tail. There, cracked it. Yeah. Look at the water. No pump on here at all now. Pump sitting here. Got all the fittings. I'll fit it tomorrow in the morning. I haven't fed them. It's a disaster. Yeah. That's the morning after. So I've got my fittings, got engine off, pressure pipe. I lapsed it. Why? Because this has been off and there's been no air. It's because there's been no circulation. Like yesterday, I'm like an idiot. I was so busy I didn't come and check here. And today I saw them, they were a little bit gasping for air in the morning, so I bumped up the air on that just to sort them out. That was a close call, man, literally. That's why you should never attempt to do anything like filtration wise until you got all your stuff. Because I broke the hose tail and I had to wait a whole 24 hours until I can get it all fixed. But I can't even show you the hose tail broke off because I dropped it down there into the abyss. Let me see if we can get it. Well, it's somewhere down there. Yeah, look at the cobwebs. Oh, I don't know where it is. Yeah, but it's there somewhere. I can smell the ammonia. I haven't fed the koi in this tank since yesterday. So hopefully we'll get this all sorted. PTF feed, that part, that'll go into there. And that'll be the coupling pressure pipe into there, 2 elbows. It should be alright, it should be sorted. Let me get that connected in. Panic station, isn't it? Literally, the sun's out today finally, thank God. I'm gonna attempt to cut the grass and pick the leaves up just before it starts raining again. So the sun is out today. The fish are chilling. Really, look at the leaf collection. Disaster that is, literally. Lucky I netted it, man. I'm so grateful that I netted it, because I would have been picking all of this stuff up. I used to have a net on it before. I don't like the net. It's alright to catch the leaves, but it blocks your whole view and everything. You can't see as clearly. Yeah, polycarbs on the way. That should be hopefully next week. We'll get it sorted, but it's catching a lot of the netting. The netting is catching a lot of the leaves, so it does help in that way. Look at that, like literally. I don't like autumn. I've just started marking it all up, getting it dry fitted, and I've realised I've got that going into the rubber boot. Rubber boot will come to about here, say rubber boot, another rubber boot here to connect to that pipe that goes down there. Got all of that connected, and I realised my solvent weld glue is dry. That's what I use. So I went all that way yesterday. I was standing there, I was thinking I was forgetting something. I knew I was forgetting something, and what I was forgetting was actually solvent weld glue. Now I have to stop, I have to go back there. I'm just trying to get everything cut so that I've got it all ready. Cordless angle grinder coming use again. Dry fit everything and hopefully get it all fitted tonight. See, I don't know if I haven't fed them, so I don't know if they should be alright, innit? Till tomorrow. Not tomorrow, till tonight. There's air on there, but there's no filtration, there's no feeding. Temps at around about 26, I think it is, at the moment in the tank. It's at 22 just because the air is hitting it. But if I turn the air off, it goes to about 26. So I've got the temperature. But I'm worried, like the water's gone cloudy, it's gone dirty. I have to do a big water change in here. Not much else I can do. Go there, quickly get it. But I have to go somewhere else as well, so I'll be late. Dilemmas, innit? Dilemmas. Yeah. So don't start anything until you got all your equipment, all your check everything. I should have checked that solvent well yesterday before I left. regret that now. Literally, like, it's dried. So I don't think they do stay in it. Once they open, really. Because this has been in the shed, it's been at a good temperature as well. Oh my god, this is mad. Alright, let's get it all finished off and then go run to Simply Koi again. The missions, innit? The mission. They come out in this grass. Simply Koi. Let's see if they've got this whole one well. Got it. Took me 45 minutes to get here, normally 15-minute journey, but there was an accident. Alright, let's quickly rush home, get back. Head torches back on. I think the last few hours, cutting all the grass. Got a nice, immaculate. Because Thursdays are rubbish, garden rubbish collection. Picked up all the leaves, de-autumnized it. Still I couldn't get there too far. Didn't want to fall in. We'll need to take the net off because there is garbage floating on top. I don't know why that doesn't go in the Draco. I don't know why the pump doesn't pull it. Pump's at 60%. That should be pulling that. Like, once it pulls it from the bottom, it floats on the top. That's why it doesn't catch it. I don't know. Literally, spend that much money on a Draco drum, and there's still stuff in there. Like, literally. I don't know. The drum's working fine. It's not the drum. The drum is catching stuff, but is it the pump? Because there's a lot of stuff floating on the top. See, I ain't got a skimmer, innit? That's what happens when you got a skimmer. It's dealing with all this nonsense. Now I have to take the net off again. Get my hand skimmer out. Here's my hand skimmer. If you remember from one of the earlier videos. Hand skimmer. Yeah. DIY hand skimmer. So I have to put this in, just net the stuff out. I'll do that hopefully tomorrow in the morning, innit? When it's daylight. So now I need to 6 o'clock, 6:30, and it's got dark, but it's already like horrible. Pond's at 18 degrees. They seem to like get a bit more like on the bottom, not coming up as much. The only time I see it when they come up is when I chuck the food in, the balance, because that floats, and the coppers have got sinks. So I've got a bit of both. So a bit of floating, a bit of sinking, just so it gives them something to do. Had about, I think the pond's got about 6-7 inches of rain in there from yesterday. 2 days. I'll give it a little drain as well today, just so that if there is any more rain expected, that'll go. Okay. But now I think it's that kind of weather, isn't it? We're going to be dealing with wind and rain and sleet and snow and gale forces and fun's over. Yeah. But now next project would be to get that pipe all solvent welded up. The grass does look good, you know. See that? Yeah, still a few little pieces. Yeah, we'll take them now while we're here. Only kite today. Yeah, that's my rubbish bucket. One sitting good at 18, temper still working fine, no issues, thank God, no issues here. Finally moved on to the pump. Just done the dry fit, everything has worked out alright. Even with it not solvent welded, it's working, but I'm not taking that risk, no way. So I've just tried to key it up with the 80 grit sandpaper, just rough the edges up on that side, on that inside, different directions, just to give it that something that it'll stick to. Using 2 rubber boots on there. One going in, need to solvent weld that one. This will come, the one elbow will come down here, connect down straight down to a pipe. Yeah, alright. Made a little bit of progress, which is good. Finally, we'll do a nice water change of that tank. Put a bit of fresh water in. And then slowly tomorrow let it trickle in. Tomorrow recheck the salt, add more salt into this tank, Alright, let me crack on because they are starting to sulk at the bottom as well. Literally, and I don't think that's not going to help the healing of the Hajiro as well. Disaster, isn't it? One thing after another. Let's crack on with this, get this solvent welded, and let's see what I come up with. So I've done it. I put my solvent weld glue in the airtight bag, one of them Ziploc ones. I only had to solvent weld 2 pipes, literally. That one there and the one which is on the pump. That's all I had to do. And now I've got this. I just want to see whether I've bought it and I can't do anything with it now. I'll see if it goes dry because it's airtight now. But we have completed it. Now the pump the pump is in the water that way at an angle, so hopefully it will get a pull from all over. Yeah, and then comes up. So might need to angle that one a little bit. Yeah, so then it'll come up there, water goes in through, and then bang on in there. Yeah, I'm hoping it all is correct, but I think I might just turn this one a little bit that way, turn the pump a bit more to the left. Alright, let me put you down for a second, and then let's get it up and running. Right, adjustment has been done. It's more to the, trying to see if we can get a pull from the hole, like a fan shape from that side and that side. I've got my pump running at about 50%, show us sulking on the bottom. In the morning I could smell like the ammonia smell, which wasn't a good thing to see. Yeah, alright, let's go. Let's open that. On your marks, get set, go. Alright, working, no leaks. No leaks. Pump at 36. Is that 36? 50%. Yeah, no leaks anyway, thank God. Job done. Alright, that's open. Water's coming in. I'm gonna drain it a bit. Yeah, drain about, try and get 10% out of it. And then we will put I'm just going to put in. Yeah, I was meant to do the overflow. Haven't got around to it. I smelled it. Yeah, I smell the ammonia. Maybe it's in the easy part, isn't it? For that one dry. Yeah, alright. Back to swimming again. Thank God. Wasn't that long. Alright, friends. That's me done. We'll do the water change, go inside, so I've been outside in the garden like literally since the morning. I haven't showered today. Alright guys, that's a people's pond, over and out.